Hello, everyone. My name is Jet Dooley, and I'm a student at CCGA, and this is my informative speech for public speaking. So, there are 4 health models used throughout the world, and I'm going to talk to you about those. And I'm also going to discuss what exactly do we have here in the United States. So, the first model we're going to talk about is called the beverage model, and I'm not talking about the drinks, ladies and gentlemen. The beverage model was developed by Sir William Beveridge in 1948 in the UK. And by definition, this model has the government function as a single payer funded via tax dollars. And there are no out-of-pocket costs to the individual either. This model also removes competition and benefits become standardized, so providers are told how much they can charge and what they can do. This means that costs are going to be low and all tax-paying citizens are going to be guaranteed medical care. Now, the primary argument against this model is that it runs the risk of overusage. However, many countries have restrictions to manage its usage. And examples of countries that use this model are going to be the United Kingdom, obviously, Spain, and New Zealand. The second health insurance model I want to talk to you about is called the Bismarck model, which was developed by Otto von Bismarck in the 19th century. And by definition, both employees and employers are in charge of funding their health insurance through sickness funds. So plans are covered by employed citizens regardless of a person's health condition, and hospitals and clinics are going to be private while insurers will be public. Now, some countries under this plan will have one insurer, while others will have 2 or more insurers that will compete with each other. So this means that pricing is going to be controlled by the government, and universal health coverage is not provided as you are required to be employed. And the primary argument with that being is that it doesn't provide health insurance to the unemployed, and so those who cannot afford it, like the retired, will not be able to have health insurance under this plan. And countries that use this model are going to be Germany, France, and Japan. Now, the third model is called the National Health Insurance Model. This model, by definition, is basically a combination of both the Beveridge and the Bismarck models. Meaning that, like the Beveridge model, the government acts as the single payer, while, like the Bismarck model, your hospitals and clinics are going to be private. And this plan can be simple to navigate and cheaper, and it provides a good balance between public and private, giving hospitals and clinics more freedom. So, the primary argument against this model is that it has the potential for long waits. Now, examples of countries that use this model are going to be Canada, South Korea, and Taiwan. Now, the fourth and final health insurance model that I'm going to discuss with you is called the out-of-pocket model. Now, obviously, by definition, as the name of it would suggest, patients will pay for their health care with their own money. So obviously, the rich are going to be able to afford care or better care, while the poor will not be able to afford care or will receive subpar care. And this model is used primarily in rural areas of South America, India, and China. So, with those four models discussed, what exactly do we have here in the United States? Well, I'll tell you that we have a mixture of all four of these models in the United States. So, to explain, the Veterans Health Administration will be your example of the Beveridge model, and your employer-based health plan that you would get through your job is going to be a very good example of your Bismarck model. And Medicare is going to be your best example of the National Health Plan. And of course, the uninsured will likely be paying out of pocket for their care. Now, statistically speaking, according to the CDC, 66.8% of adults under the age of 65 have private health insurance in the United States, while only 20.4% of adults under the age of 65 have a public health insurance plan in the United States. And per capita spending is nearly twice as high as the OECD average. So, that's what it looks like here in the United States. So, to sum up, there are the four different types of health insurance models: the Beveridge, Bismarck, national, and out-of-pocket models. And we have a mixture of all four here in the United States. Thank you for watching.